च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव. We will now sing this chant, Wake Yet Wake, O My Saint, page 31 of the chant book, and you will need the chant book if you don't know the words. O my saint, wake yet wake, O my saint, wake yet wake, O my saint. You did not meditate, you did not concentrate, page 31, you did not meditate, you did not concentrate and pass thy time in idle words, O my saint. Wake yet wake, O my saint, wake yet wake, O my saint. Death will be at thy door, and you may not have time anymore. Death will be at thy door, and you may not have time anymore to redeem thy soul. Oh my saint, oh my saint, oh my saint, wake yet wake, oh my saint, wake yet wake, oh my saint. You did not meditate, you did not concentrate, you did not meditate, you did not concentrate and pass thy time in idle words, oh my saint, oh my saint, wake yet wake, oh my saint, wake yet wake, oh my saint. Death will be at thy door, and you may not have time anymore. Death will be at thy door, and you may not have time anymore to redeem thy soul. Oh my saint, oh my saint, oh my saint, wake yet wake, oh my saint, wake yet wake, oh my saint. You did not meditate, you did not concentrate, you did not meditate, you did not concentrate and pass thy time in idle words, oh my saint. Wake yet wake, oh my saint, wake yet wake, oh my saint. Death will be at thy door, and you may not have time anymore. Death will be at thy door, and you may not have time anymore to redeem thy soul. Oh my saint, oh my saint, oh my saint, wake yet wake, oh my saint, wake yet wake, oh my saint. You did not meditate, you did not concentrate, you did not meditate, you did not concentrate and pass thy time in idle words, oh my saint. Wake yet wake, oh my saint, wake yet wake, oh my saint. Death will be at thy door, and you may not have time anymore. Death will be at thy door, and you may not have time anymore to redeem thy soul. Oh my saint, oh my saint, oh my saint, wake yet wake, oh my saint, wake yet wake, oh my saint, wake yet wake, oh my saint, wake yet wake. wake, O my saint. We will take this next chant to meditation. Om Namo Narayana, Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana, Om Namo Narayan, 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 Om Namo Narayana, Om Namo Let us sit up straight with our back straight, chest open, heart in a receiving mode. Gaze uplifted towards the spiritual eye, offering all our devotion and ourselves into that great light at the spiritual eye. And let's meditate for a few minutes.
While continuing to meditate, listen to these words of Swami Kriyananda on sharing. True happiness is found not in possessions, but in sharing what one has with others. Thus is one's self-identity expanded as he learns to live in and enjoy a greater reality. People who gladly share with others feel themselves bathed by a constant inner stream of happiness. Sharing is the doorway through which the soul escapes the prison of self-preoccupation. It is one of the clearest paths to God. Please affirm now with me, what I give to others, I give not away. For in my larger reality, it remains ever mine. I am happy in the happiness of all. What I give to others, I give not away. For in my larger reality, it remains ever mine. I am happy in the happiness of all. What I give to others, I give not away. For in my larger reality, it remains ever mine. I am happy in the happiness of all. In a whisper now, what I give to others, I give not away. For in my larger reality, it remains ever mine. I am happy in the happiness of all. Now mentally only, let's bring this into the superconscious. What I give to others, I give not away. For in my larger reality, it remains ever mine. I am happy in the happiness of all. Please pray silently with me. O infinite giver, teach me to find happiness through others. Om. We know Krishna's beautiful and immortal promise to us. Whenever virtue declines and vice is in the ascendant, I incarnate myself on earth as an avatar, appearing from age to age in visible form. I come to destroy evil and to reestablish virtue. Now, just how does God destroy evil and reestablish virtue? Not so much in the way that it's fashionable these days to depict the gods as some sort of superheroes with rippling muscles who destroy the bad guys for us. More, the avatar, outwardly does all the same things that we do. Eating, sleeping, feeling emotion and pain, seemingly going through the same trials of life. But he shows us how to meet those trials of life. He leads by example. Yoganandaji said, the enlightened ones don't come to show us how great they are, but to show us how great we can become. We, like them, are capable of that same realization. There's this story you likely know of the three men who came across a very high wall, and they didn't know what was on the other side. And the first two men managed to climb up and jump over the wall, and they were never seen again. And then the third man is able to climb up on his own. He's on top of the wall, and he sees in front of him the most beautiful garden. And Swamiji says this man's first thought is to enjoy the garden forever. But then he thought about the villagers back in their dusty town who would never know about this wonderful place. The garden was big enough for everyone. He decided to delay his own enjoyment and went back to tell the others about it. Many seekers experience the joy of spiritual realization and don't return to share it. But the true devotee returns to help others discover the divine garden of joy and peace. For my first 10 years at the ashram in California, I was in Ananda's monastery, and it was a marvelous spiritual training that Yoganandaji recommended for any single person. After serving all day, I would come home to the quiet, and I could read, I could meditate, I could spend the evening with God. And after 10 years of this, I felt God calling me to leave this kind of life and become a householder. And I started asking myself, what am I looking for in a partner? What's the right match? What would I want? And certainly the wife should be a firm meditator and devotee on this path. What else? And at the same time, a friend of mine in the monastery was contemplating the same question for himself, but he handled it in a much better way. He asked himself, how can I better serve? Where is someone who needs what I can give? Where is the match with whom I can serve together? Not what I can get, but what I can give. Yoganandaji described himself as the servant of all. He served the highest spiritual needs in his disciples, and showing us that we also should see the highest in those around us and to serve their higher self. Once a friend of mine ordered a meal online and went to the restaurant to pick it up, and there was delay and a lot of people, and she started to feel impatient and think, oh, I could be doing other things, and I didn't even bring my cell phone. And then she thought, wait a minute, I'm a yogi. I have a whole toolbox full of spiritual techniques. And so then she started just mentally sending love to each person there, to the diners, to the people who came in, to the serving staff. And she started to feel so much joy when the staff told her, oh, I'm sorry, your order is going to be another 5 minutes. She said, oh, no worries. Take as long as time as you need. And this is what we can do with life's daily challenges. When Yoganandaji lived in Los Angeles, there were so few cars on the road then that for relaxation, people would just get in their car and drive without any destination, just for the enjoyment of it. And Yoganandaji would also bring some disciples along for a ride in the car like that. And there was this one woman that he would always invite for that ride, until one day those invitations stopped coming for her. And she thought, oh, what did I do wrong? Did I offend the Guru in some way? And then she thought to herself, but why did I come to the ashram? It wasn't to take car rides. It was to find God and to share God with all. And once she got that realization, the next time she saw the Guru, he said, ah, you understood my lesson. Mother Teresa was speaking once at a Harvard graduation ceremony. And she could have said, you know, to the students, many of you are going to become very wealthy. You need to give to the poor. But she didn't say that. She said, find somebody, some member of your family who is difficult to love, and love them completely. We know someone who could use more love, who could be uplifted by our love. And we change others not by telling them what we think they should do. We help them by loving them unconditionally. When I lived at Ananda Village, a forest fire destroyed almost all of the houses there, and the families had lost all of their possessions and all of their outward security. And was this unfortunate? For me and many of us, spiritually, it was one of the best times in our lives that I had to ask myself, where does my strength come from? It comes from within. And I had to realize that through my own experience. I was talking to a woman who had survived cancer, and she said that cancer was the best thing that ever happened to me, because I found within myself my own strength. Whenever virtue declines, in difficult times, the great saints come to show us examples of that inner strength, that courage, that unshakable faith. And it's often in difficult times that we look to God the most and that we grow the most. And so we are blessed to be living in such difficult times. Thank you.
I will also share some thoughts on this topic, our divine potential. I would like to begin with this by reading these few lines by Paramhansa Yogananda ji. He says, "Come out of your closed chamber of limitation. Never suggest to your mind human limitation of sickness, old age, or death, but constantly remind yourself, I am infinite, which has become the body. You are all gods. You must look within. Behind the wave of your consciousness is the sea of God's presence. Claim your divine birthright. Awake, and you shall behold the glory of God." And Yogananda ji says that when we really want liberation, when we really want freedom, then no suffering, no poverty, no ignorance can hold us back. We are really going to get it. And earlier also, we had mentioned that amongst all in creation, among all creatures, man is the only one who has the refined brain and the nervous system to really express divinity at its full potential. And according to God, the only work, the only job, the only reason why we have incarnated is actually to reclaim our divinity, our divine potential. And that is the only work that really God has given us, to reclaim our divinity. And this, the masters here, they have shown us how to do it, and they have shown us that this is possible. They have told us that, they were also born like us. At one time, they were also just like us with so many imperfections. They also had to face the dualities of life. They also had to face the ups and downs of life. But then they practiced certain techniques, certain attitudes, which changed their consciousness and helped them to become masters, helped them to claim their divinity. And this is actually the only difference between us right now and them. The change of consciousness, the difference in the consciousness, in the state of mind between theirs and us. And they give us techniques, they've given us so many tools that we can also do those techniques, embrace those tools, practice those tools, and change our consciousness and reclaim our divinity, our divine potential. We have got these meditation techniques here. We have got Kriya Yoga. We've got so many tools. But then we say that we are very busy and we do not have time to practice this, And I think that is why, they have given us these chants that death will be at thy door and you may not have time anymore to redeem your soul. And the time is passing, and let not this incarnation be wasted. Yogananda ji also, in his teachings, we've come to know that our soul is only positive. It has only the good qualities. It has only the positive qualities. God is only positive. And all the negatives, the imperfections, are actually coming from the ego. And so Yogananda ji tells us that one of the ways to reclaim our divinity is to remove all the negatives from our life, from our consciousness, our thoughts. And he really invites that we introspect every day, that what kind of thoughts are we thinking? What kind of food are we eating? Will God eat that food? What kind of, how do we relate to ourselves? How do we relate to other people? Do we dislike anybody? Do we hate anybody? Does God hate anybody? So how are we behaving, and are we behaving like God? Yukteswarji says that everything that happens to us is a test of God to see how we behave. Everything that happens is a test. And there is also a saying that fake it till you make it. And so the masters say that fake it, behave like the divine, even if we have still not realized that we have the divine, but think like God would think, behave like God would think, do what God would do, and very soon, in doing that, we are going to realize that yes, we are God, we are the divine. And Yogananda ji, has given us many tools to change our consciousness, because that is the key. That is the key. When the consciousness is changed, then we are going to realize this divinity. And one of the tools that he's given us is affirmations. And he really gives a lot of importance, because with meditation and Kriya, this is one thing that can immediately change our consciousness. And there have been so many stories and so many incidences where people have faced sickness and weaknesses, and by practicing these affirmations, because the thought is connected to our reality that we manifest. And there have been instances, there was a lady who had breast cancer, and she was completely broken. She was very scared. She thought she would die. Somebody gave her one of the affirmations of Yogananda ji from his book Scientific Healing Affirmations, and it was like, I'm submerged in this eternal light. It permeates through every particle of my being. I am living in this light. The divine spirit fills me within and without. And she kept on doing this affirmation, visualizing herself in light. And she says that very soon that fear completely went away. She removed the tumor. She never had to do chemotherapy, and she's completely fine. She never got cancer again. There have been instances, even during COVID time, there was another devotee, and she got COVID. She was in a very, very bad state. And she happened to do the same affirmation, and she didn't get cured immediately, but gradually she completely got cured. And that, she says, very, very fast, because she was doing these affirmations, because she was seeing herself in this light. And also, to claim our divinity, Yogananda ji has given us affirmations for even this. There is an affirmation that he's given us that which says, I am a spark of the infinite. I am not flesh and bones. I am pure consciousness, ever expanding infinite spirit. And he tells us, he's already given us, he says, use it, because the moment our thoughts will change, our state of mind will change, the consciousness will change, we are going to realize the truth that we are the divine, we are God, who have been born in this body. But there is another thing that Yogananda ji says is very, very important for us, because that will bring that intensity, that want to be perfect again, to claim our divinity. And that, he says, is devotion, the love for God. Until we generate enough love for that freedom, for that perfection, and to reclaim our divine potential, our divinity, it's difficult. And he says that God can never be hidden from a person who exercises devotion, love, and soul call. And this is really the key. When we develop that devotion, that intensity comes in our practices, and we do what is required for us to do, the right things that is required for us to do to claim our divine potential again. And so we have the techniques, we have the tools. It is now up to us that with how much sincerity, with how much intensity we are practicing this, because death will be at thy door, at our door very soon, and we will not have time anymore to reclaim our divinity, to redeem our soul. So let's get back to work, to work hard. Thank you so much. Om. Rise. Father, Mother, Friend, our God, we thy wonders all acclaim. Father, Mother, Friend, our God, we thy wonders all acclaim. May our thoughts be only of thee, train our hearts to sing thy name. May our thoughts be only of thee, train our hearts to sing thy name. All desires born of delusion, here we lay, Lord, at thy feet. All desires born of delusion, here we lay, Lord, at thy feet. Thy one light brought by our great masters, make us ever one with thee. Thy one light brought by our great masters, make us ever one with thee. Thy one light brought by our great masters, make us ever one with thee.